Oh, we're live. Oh, we're live. Okay. I didn't know this thing was on. Oh, okay. What's up? Dusting Off the Ropes, episode 4. That's right, episode 4 of Dusting Off the Ropes is now live. And for the first time ever, we're going to be on YouTube and Twitter. That's right, Twitter. You are now watching Dusting Off the Ropes. And without further ado, let's not waste any more time as I introduce my guest. He is the King of New York of Victory Pro Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time my guest, Phil Cardigan. Phil,
Hey,
what's up?
how are you? Good to see you.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, I see your living room. That's a nice couch, nice piano.
Right? You like the piano? I've never even played a piano in my life, but
You never played the piano?
we're using it as a one big coaster. You know?
Oh, a coaster.
Yeah.
How many coffees can fit on there?
We haven't tried it out yet. I believe right now the minimum we've tried is one.
Well, I think that's a
But every
Twitch
time
stream.
you put it down on those that like white things, it makes a sound. So I get scared and probably just use it as a coat rack. Honestly.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. That's a Twitch stream in the future for you.
Oh, 100%. Me playing the piano?
Definitely playing the piano and then trying to figure out how many coffee cups you can fit on there.
There you go. That's a segment right there.
There it is. Alrighty, Phil, are you ready for the questions?
No.
Alrighty, I'll give you time. Take your time.
What do you have back there? Is that the New York State Championship? Is that like a custom?
Yes, this is a custom made. You know how I make belts. You know how I made this.
That's very accurate to the belt. Because I did like a double take. I was like, wait, yeah, that looks good.
I made a VPW the VPW championship too. For some reason I can't find it. I feel like it's down here. It might be upstairs.
I probably
you probably
Yeah.
took it.
Yeah,
I think I saw you walking out with it once.
It's probably on the piano.
Probably on the piano.
I'm ready for the questions now.
All right, you're now ready. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, I have your picture on the wall. For some reason tape won't work today.
Staple it right on my forehead.
Yeah.
Make me a hardcore wrestler.
Hardcore. Alrighty, Phil. Here we go. So, before the pandemic, you were in a tag team with everybody knows as Fighter Cat. You were in a tag team you were part of the tag team as Grammar Cop. You won the VPW Tag Team Championships. You lost the VPW Tag Team Championships, and then Fighter Cat had to retire. And then out of nowhere, we got our first glimpse of Victory Pro Wrestling at Phil Cardigan, and then it just went on from there. So I gotta ask you, what made you change from Grammar Cop to Phil Cardigan?
It got to the point where, I think Grammar Cop ran its course, and I was getting bored of it. And I kind of felt like if I was getting bored of it and didn't love it as much, maybe the fans felt that way too. I just didn't think about my character as much or put as much effort into it. So I kind of knew it was time to change it up. So I like coming up with characters was never like my thing. Like even like creating one on the WWE games, I could just never think of one. I'd be a terrible booker. I even tried doing that in the 2K series. Just try to make new characters one time. I ended up just making all the green guys that say vacant, you know? But but I don't know. It just never came to me of what something new I could do. I knew I liked making people laugh. So I knew I wanted to do something with that, as where Grammar Cop was more of a jerk who just gave people citations and corrected their grammar. And that's not me. I can't. I'm not good with grammar. I'm great with English, the English language. I could probably write an essay in maybe 3-4 months, but I'm not as good as correcting grammar. I probably just said that sentence wrong. So I knew it was time to change it up. But yeah, I think it was just time.
No, I think, especially coming from a fan myself, anytime I saw Grammar Cop come out, I would always say, I want a citation. I mean, it just, even though it was a paper, I just like, it's a citation. I would love a citation from Grammar Cop. And then, all of a sudden, I remember I saw when Fighter Cat retired, and I was like, damn, the first ever VPW event I ever went to, the main event was Fighter Cat versus VSK for the New York State title, and Fighter Cat won that night.
When was that?
2016, June, I think June 4th, 2016. I remember that because I just posted like a month ago that it was my like 6th year anniversary of my first VPW show.
That's crazy.
Wow. And I just remember watching it, and I was sad because I was like, this was the first wrestler I saw in VPW, like the first wrestler that I liked. Like, because I remember when me and my dad were driving home, we were like, this Fighter Cat dude, he's good. We wanted to see him every show. And I remember just that, it really hurt, just him retiring. And then all of a sudden, I was like, well, now the tag team of Grammar Cop and Fighter Cats, that's not happening anymore. And then all of a sudden, I remember you coming out, Phil Cardigan, and I was like, I've seen him do this at Creative Pro. I want to see what he can do here. I want to see the character live. And I loved it. I loved it since the first day I saw it. And then it just kept going and going, and I was like, it's getting better and better and better and better, to the point where I'm like, I will say that I'm paying for Phil Cardigan. Like, it's...
You might be the only one. No.
No. A lot of people just like seeing, that wrestler that makes you laugh, that makes you want to watch the match. It's so... And then especially now, everybody wants to see you drink the coffee, because now you're like... When you drink the coffee, you get so fired up, and everybody's like, yeah! It's like... I was saying this to Coach before, like, everybody... When Coach was in VBW, Coach Malone, he would rip off the pants. Everybody wanted to see him rip off the pants. This is just like almost ripping off the pants, but just drinking coffee. Everybody wants to see it, and when it happens, everybody explodes.
Well, originally I was supposed to rip my pants off while I drank my coffee, but Coach already
Oh, good cheese.
Coach already took. Actually, that's not necessarily false, because there was a point in time where Coach was still on the show, and I wanted to do the same kind of thing that Coach does, but with my cardigan, but it was too similar to what Coach does, and that's where Coach always got his big reaction. So I didn't feel it was appropriate. But so that's not a complete joke, but yeah, it's definitely something I had in the back of my mind. But Coach and Coach, that's like, Coach is like a character that, like, he'll make you laugh in the ring, and then he'll send you home not forgetting him and wanting to see more of him. And characters like that, I think, are really important to wrestling and just character development in wrestling. Some people are missing the mark on, but if you can capture something, I think that's doesn't keep, like, if you could, I like to think of it as like, if you can keep the I have the attention span of a squirrel, right? So I'm probably just whip out my phone this interview and just start going on like Facebook and not realize I'm on the interview. No, but like, if you can keep people off their phones in an era where everybody's glued to their phones, by doing something that's unique to your character and unique to the wrestling world, I think it's a pretty special thing, and I think wrestling needs more of that.
No, you're absolutely doing that. Every time I see you in the ring, everybody's watching, everybody's seeing, what is he gonna do? What funny thing is he gonna do? What awesome move is he gonna do? Because you do the cutter, I forgot what it was called. I showed you in 2K. It was like the knot.
The Windsor knot.
Windsor knot. Like, everybody
Can't
likes
believe
that.
I'd never seen that in a 2K game before. So
No, I remember I think while you were streaming, I was on 2K and I was like, you know what? I want to see if I can find the move. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I found it. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna freak out.
So I did. I legitimately, I freaked out. I showed
The,
everybody. It was so
the only
funny.
thing is, we needed, instead of kicking, they needed to sit. But hey, it's 2K.
Yeah. I'll message some people. I'll
You
email
gotta
some people.
you gotta get a mocap going.
I guess. I think the mocap's gonna like the session. The producer's gonna tell me, "Hey, put him in the knot and then kick him." And then if I ever do mocap, I'll just go against that and sit on the guy for a duration of time they're not ready for it.
You get sit on them for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
Right. Yeah.
then everybody will say that's the longest move in 2K history. You'll make history another time.
There you go. And nobody will buy the game ever again, and that'll be because of me, and I make history.
Yeah, you'll be the reason why everybody does not want to buy 2K, and then you'll be, oh, okay, 2K for
Right.
myself then.
Right.
Then you'll be the only. Then hey, that'll be something for your stream. The only person ever streaming 2K.
Exactly. More views for me, or less. I don't know.
Who knows? All right, so a few shows ago, you won something for the first time in your career. You won the
Churro?
not a churro. The King of New York.
Oh yeah,
You won.
I did that.
You won the crown. You participated in the tournament and you won. So I gotta ask you, how does it feel to be Victory Pro Wrestling's King of New York?
It feels good. I don't really know what the duties of the king are. I've asked people to get me a leg of mutton, and nobody has seemed to gotten that yet. I've just gotten dirty looks, so that crossed that off the list. I asked people to hold the curtain open for me, and they walk away. So I don't know what my duties are yet, but it's good. It's nice to have all my loyal suspects. You know who you are if you're a suspect. But it's nice. I mean, I feel like I'm the ruler there. And listen, at whatever, whoever comes out to the show, you're under the Cardigan regime, right? So, I mean, go home, take a seat, maybe try to take the ring apron, grab some ropes, take it home. I'm gonna get some nasty emails from this later. But,
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna. You
but
might
it's
get a
King
talking to.
Cardigan's regime, I mean, free churros for everybody. Go next time you go to the show. Go get a churro, and then
Free
say
churros.
King Cardigan sent me, and I'm like 35% sure they'll give you a free churro. So it feels good though. To answer your question, it feels good, and I get to wear the robe and the crown.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think you definitely deserved that King of New York status. I mean, at least you're not doing what Baron Corbin did, and that is having people carry him on a throne and stuff, and then all of a sudden having Steven Azure come out as a dog.
I tried. I've literally tried all that. I've tried all that. Nobody wants to carry me, and I've asked Steve to do the same thing, but he said I'm not paying him enough. So, I mean, maybe I gotta hit up Corbin, see what he says.
Yeah, I think Azure has a connection.
He does. He does.
Get in touch with Azure.
I talked to Corbin once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then he said, "Hey, how you doing?" And then we separated. But no, we're boys. He's like family to me. Even though that one interaction was just like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?" I feel like I've known him my entire life.
No, I think that's, again, really cool that you get to interact with, even if it's just a hey. I think that's just so cool, just meeting a WWE superstar.
I think so. He's never answered any of my emails after that, especially about Azure dressing up as the dog.
Well, hopefully when he sees this interview, hopefully he will contact you.
I doubt it.
Maybe there's a possibility. Corbin, hit him up. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, hit him up.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the direction.
I got a piano.
Yeah, he has a piano.
Right.
All right. So, as I was saying before, you have a Twitch stream. You have a Twitch channel. If you want to, you can shout that out, by the way, right now.
Yeah, I'm not here for any type of plug. It's Twitch TV, um, Twitch.tv/Phil Cardigan. I don't have a set schedule, and Nails, if she's watching, or Rob, they know. I'm still working on it. It's been a little bit, but I'm still working on it. Life gets busy. I mean, I don't know. I kudos to the guy who can keep a set schedule. I don't know. I'll get one soon.
Yeah, I do not know how like Ninja or the big streamers do it. I can barely set a schedule for like to do like anything.
I could barely set a schedule to go to the bathroom, let alone a Twitch stream. It's crazy.
This is the best thing I can do with the schedule, the podcast. I'm actually really proud of myself that I actually can get a good schedule going.
Yeah.
But so as a Twitch streamer, but also being a pro wrestler, do you feel like there's any struggle for doing both?
In terms of time?
Yeah, schedule? Just time, schedule, or even just no,
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it only helps, or it not doesn't help, but I don't feel. I mean, sometimes. I mean, yeah, life gets in the way. Sometimes if you're committed to a schedule, you have a show to do, and then you have to reschedule the Switch stream for the next day. But I don't see it as any type of. I've never seen it as a struggle. It's always helped me in any capacity. I've gotten fans from it. Nails and NY. We met a mutual friend through Twitch who I absolutely love, Val Pancakes. So like it's bringing me a bigger audience. And what surprises me is that I joke around, but I do feel bad that I can't commit to a set schedule right now, because I do have people who are consistently on there, like you, Nails, Val Pancakes, Rob, Craig, the Game Marks podcast guys. Like, they all joined, but I do wanna stream more. So in that point, yeah, I mean, that is a little bit of a struggle, but it's not more of wrestling. It's kind of like my own personal thing that I need to work on. But like that alone, even if it's, one of you guys, 10 of you guys, 15, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you guys are like the set people, and I do appreciate everybody. I know I don't show a lot of emotion, but I do appreciate everybody who consistently watches me or hops on to watch me or subscribes or anything. Like, it means the world to me. And I wouldn't have, like any type of like audience, if it wasn't for you guys. So, I do appreciate everything.
I'm glad to hear that. I mean, because I stream on Twitch sometimes. I realize that because I'm trying to get a job soon, I also want to try to get into pro wrestling training soon. I'm realizing that there can be a struggle, but I wanted to hear from you because I know you stream on Twitch sometimes. I definitely know you train for pro wrestling, and you're a pro wrestler. So I wanted to hear if there was a struggle, and hearing that there's not really much of a struggle, makes me more saying, I think I could do it.
I'll say this. I mean, what it comes down to is discipline, right? So, I mean, the way you need to look at it, like, in my opinion, is you want to, like, especially getting into wrestling, like, you need to reach your audience. You need to create content. And if that content is Twitch, you need to set your day and say, hey, okay, I have training on this day. I have work at this time, these days. I get home from work, and then you have to keep a set disciplinary schedule, so this way you can do all the things you need to do and make it work. So whatever it is, whatever days, like, I know, like, Cap trains from 7 to 9. Like, I'm obviously not going to be streaming those days, but the days that I'm not there, maybe I'll hop on that time, because so it really comes down to just doing it, having discipline, even if you're tired or whatever. There's some days where I do feel tired too, and I don't have as much energy on like a Twitch stream, but I say to myself like I want to talk to like you or Nails or Val or Rob or anybody that comes on and just like make sure that like they know that I'm still I want to connect with them because I don't do that. I don't do those things for me. Like I do it for me because I love playing games, but I also do it to like talk to people, you know. So I think it's just discipline, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I'm I will admit it. I'm not that kind of scheduling person where I try to see what I have in the future, but then all of a sudden when the day comes, I'm like, oh shoot, like I have that. I'm not that really much of a scheduling person, but I think definitely I gotta start working on that, especially if I gonna get a job, do all this, do what I want. If I do want to continue streaming on Twitch and stuff, I think I definitely need to set some discipline and set a schedule.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
just
I'm telling you that, but I gotta implement it in my life too. You know, like I need to. You know, there are some days where I come home from training or I'm beat up and I'm just like I don't want to move. I don't want to hop on the stream right now. But it's not fair to like the people who subscribe, and it's not fair to people who watch you consistently. So that's something I like. I'm telling you, but that's something that like I'm saying because I need to do it myself. Because at the end of the day, like those people go on there to see you. Um, and same thing with like training. Like it gets hard, but there's days like you just got to get up and get there. So same kind of mindset.
yes, it's all about scheduling. It's all about discipline. You just gotta know.
Right.
And heck, in the future, if I just feel like it's not working, like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm just gonna limit, you know.
Right.
But I'm just gonna fix my camera here a little bit. But yeah, definitely gotta set some discipline. So thank you for that. I did want to hear what you had to say about that. All right, so getting to our fourth question now. You were on a lot of creative pro wrestlers can say this, but they have been on WWE or AEW television. You've been on WWE television. I think uh, most of your fans remember when you got your cup stolen by Austin Theory on SmackDown. And I gotta ask you, how did it feel just being there? Just being on television, just knowing I'm on WWE television.
Um, it like not like before even just like knowing I was going to be on TV because you go there and you don't know exactly what's going to happen. Like I didn't go to the stadium and say, "Oh, this is going to happen tonight." Like you just have no idea. So the fact that like I was so excited because the fact of just going there and just you know being a part of that show, regardless of what you're doing, and even if you're not doing anything, is like the coolest feeling in the world because you've dreamed about it your entire life. Um, so it feels like surreal, and it's just seeing everybody there, and also too like one of my favorite parts of going and doing those types of things is that nobody backstage like the superstars like the WWE guys, I don't well AW I'm sure too because you know but they don't even if you're on like here and they're here and status wise in pro wrestling they don't treat you any different. They treat you like human beings. They come up to you, they say hello, like what's your name, they introduce themselves. um and I made a joke before about Corbin, but Corbin came up to me and said something, struck up like a little bit of a conversation, but like he went out of his way to do that. So it's a good feeling to be there and then to get the opportunity to be on actual TV, whether it's in the ring for a split second like you saw me. Like it feels really cool, and it makes you want to work harder to be uh, there permanently instead of just being there for the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
um, So it definitely lights a fire in you every time you go there, whether you're used or not. just to be like, yo, these guys are doing this all day, and then at night they're on SmackDown. Like that's insane to think about it, because I think you get you like there's times when wrestling gets really hard, and you're like, man, do I even want to do this, because I'm putting in so much work, and and then you see something like that and like what you could be at, it's like, yo, this is what I want to do. And it just, for me at least, it just like, all right, I gotta, if I think I'm working hard, no, I gotta work harder to get to that level. But just like, and to answer your question too, like just even just being on TV is like the coolest. It's the coolest feeling in the world. Like seeing being in that atmosphere with like interacting with any type of segment they have, or even just being picked for a segment, is like the coolest feeling in the world. You tell your friends, hey, you tell your family, hey, watch SmackDown tonight. So it's cool, but it does, um, you're there to do, you're there to work, but it makes you want to work harder to stay there permanently.
Yeah, definitely. You got definitely put in the work, and I think
And
especially
I'm sorry to interrupt, and
no,
like this is why, like, I always preach Creator Pro, and I don't just say that, you know because I'm there, but like Creator Pro, you can only like, how many guys have gotten AEW tryouts, WWE tryouts, gotten signed to AEW, NXT, whatever the deal is. It's like, why would you want to, where else would you want to be, knowing our track record, and then how many people are getting opportunities, so early on. Like I've been I've been in the business, what, 8 years now, maybe 9. My first big opportunity like that came 8 years later, but some guys have been training for 3 months and have already been on WWE TV. So it's crazy to see, especially if you work hard, it pays off so quick. Um, at Creative Pro, it's unreal. So just wanted to throw that in there because it's true.
no. I definitely want to go to Creative Pro if I want to train for professional wrestling. That's the only place I want to go. Just knowing that I can get the proper training, but also maybe just maybe have that opportunity. I mean, just look at MJF for example. In 2015, he was on WWE television as a security guard for Samoa Joe. Walking backstage, and then all of a sudden, 3 to 4 years later, he's on AEW television, being like the biggest heel in the company.
And quite possibly the industry. You
Oh,
know,
probably in
I'm
the
gonna say one of the biggest heels in the industry right now. I mean, and he came from us. Like we all came
yeah.
from the same place. So yeah,
I,
he's super talented at what he does. He was clearly born to do this, but at the end of the day, he had to put in hard work to get there to where he is, and he did that at Creator Pro with the help of Brian Myers, Pat Buck, the people around him who trained him, like BSK, Alex Reynolds. Like he put in the hard work, and then it paid off. So yeah, he's extremely talented at what he does, but I know for a fact he worked very, very hard, and Chris Statlander too, Max Caster. These guys didn't just show up to practice every once in a while and then got signed. No, these guys were there more than the place was open. You know what I mean? They put in such hard work. There was a point where I don't think Chris Statlander like missed a practice for like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know. I don't want to say some number, but she was there every day. So those guys and girls definitely worked really hard to be where they are today, and they did it at the school. So just goes to show how we build people.
I just get amazed of how many big stars are coming out of Creative Pro. I mean, like you were saying, Chris Statlander, MJF, Max Caster, VSK is now in NWA. He featured on Impact, AEW Dark, and also even Eric James. He was on AEW Dark. Bryce Donovan was on AEW Dark. I think he was actually on AEW television facing MJF one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you got guys, Alex Reynolds, part of the Dark Order. You got
Johnny
Well,
Silver, you know.
John Silver, part of the Dark Order. You got. Why is there one name that I can't think of?
Bear Bronson.
Bear Bronson. He's part of the Bear Country. But
Smart Mark.
God,
You know, the list,
Smart Mark. Yes,
list
Smart
goes
Mark.
on, you know.
The list goes on, and I think it'll keep going on and on. And I think you will. I think you could be one of those stars one day. Definitely, I would love to see a match on AEW. You versus Orange Cassidy. Uh, you versus. Heck, even I would love to see you versus Chris Statlander. Have a intergender match. You know.
Listen, if there's there's one person I definitely want to wrestle. It's definitely Chris Statlander. She, we've trained together in the ring, and I tell you this, she literally wrestled circles around me. You know, so I would love to have a match with her. She's one of my favorite wrestlers out there right now. You know, and it's cool too because you sometimes you see these stars come about and you're just like, oh, where did they come from? But like we all saw how hard she worked, so to see where she's at now is even like, it's like she's one of the best, but like she deserves to be there because she, and now we know how she got there because she put in the work. So yeah, definitely, yeah. But Orange Cassidy too, like that was one of like my personal guys I wanted to face too because I don't know I can't speak, the dynamic between Phil and Orange Cassidy I think would be pretty interesting.
Coffee versus orange juice.
That's it, man. That's the real test of strength there, I think. So
Definitely, it's just going back to Chris Statlander, just seeing the evolution of her, but also seeing the evolution of everybody else. She went from being not even joking, you called white girl in Victory Pro Wrestling, where she didn't really even have a name. Everybody would call her white girl. Heck, they even made a shirt that said white girl. And then she started making a name for herself, Chris Statlander, and all of a sudden, look where she is now.
Yeah.
And now going to you went from being, grammar cop, a lot of people, I hope you don't take offense to this, but not a lot of people will say, I'd rather see Grammar Cop than Phil Cardigan.
I don't think anybody would. There's one person at VPW who always says bring back Grammar Cop, and at first I thought it was a joke, but he said it every time I come to the ring, like, boo, you suck, we want Grammar Cop. And I'm like, there is a 99.999% chance I'll never do that again. Oh wait, I'll never do that again. If it is, it's just for some multiverse promo. I don't know.
It could be for a Halloween battle royale or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Halloween Royal Rumble.
And then I'll kill him off again.
Yeah. It's almost like, I don't know if you ever seen Being the Elite or something, or like that, how they killed off Adam Cole and all of a sudden he came back years later.
Well,
that'll be like that.
If I wanted to do 3 Faces of Foley, I gotta kill off Phil Cardigan and get a new character. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Alrighty. Here is my final question. Then we'll get to the picture section.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot. I see you on Instagram, and I see that you make these funny videos, and I gotta wonder, just coming from a person that's going into college for radio and television production, wants to get into editing and stuff, I want to ask you, where did you learn to edit these videos? Because I'm going to say this, you do an amazing job, and I love seeing the videos. It cracks me up. I love seeing it. I think it's so cool to see that. So I just want to ask you, where did you learn to edit your videos?
That's a good question. First of all, thank you. This second of all, there's not I don't know. I mean, honestly, it was all on the go, right? Uh I as a kid, I always had the Adobe programs to play around with. So I was like for every video that I put out or editing skill, I'm not completely blind on how I do it. But the thing is that with me, I'm very particular of how I want to do something. So I want it to look a certain way when it comes out. I want it, it's my style, So I don't want to ask somebody to edit something for me because I don't think it'll come out the way I want it to. So for me, it was just like learn as you go. So all the green screen stuff. I mean, on paper it's easy enough, but then there's things I didn't know how to do that I had to YouTube and trial and error and there's things that or like putting myself. The most challenging one I could think of was putting myself in the Macho Man, the Spider-Man match with Bonesaw.
Oh, that one.
That one was challenging because I had to take Peter Parker out of the equation. So, so definitely a lot of research on that. Like that took me a while because I had him give me moves and jump off the top rope and hit me. So, and again, like I'm no expert. Like it's just this. I don't even do that kind of stuff on the computer. I mainly do it because I do it on my phone because I could just export it and send it right to Twitter. I don't know. I probably should. Now I've been using my computer a little bit more, but I don't know, man. Like honestly, just play. Just I guess to answer your question, just playing around with certain programs on the phone. I could say this too, like if you're thinking, I always tell people like if you want to do some type of video effect, you have your programs like Photoshop, you have your programs like Premiere Pro, After Effects. But if you want to do it quick and easy and get it out on social media, there's an app for literally everything today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of learned that too. Like I could just type in like background removal of a video and that'll come up somehow on you might have to pay for it. There's a couple apps I had to pay for just because I didn't know how to do things on the computer. It made it easier for me. But that's basically it, man. Just trial and error and learning as I go,
Yeah, I use my phone most of the time. I actually don't really even use my computer. I find it a struggle to edit on my computer, which that's why I'm going into college to learn how to do this on the computer.
Yeah. You're better
But
off. It's less stress, honestly.
yeah.
It can be very stressful.
Definitely. It's especially with how I edit things. I don't know how to do that on a computer. Like, I have a struggle just splitting a video on a computer. While on the phone, it's just one click and it's just like that.
Right, because I mean, the iPhone is basically a mini Mac, right?
Yeah.
Especially with like iMovie, so it's. I don't know. I always felt like on the computer, you have to do more to get. Like, yeah, you'll obviously get a better result on the computer, but like, but sometimes I feel like with the iPhone, something as easy as like split video in half or freeze frame, like the button's literally right there for you, and otherwise, and that's me. I'm an idiot. I also don't know. You're going to college for this stuff, so you're gonna be way better than I am.
I hope
you are. Trust me. But and still, like for the videos where I insert myself into like the raw stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of things. That was way too complicated for me to do on the actual phone. So I said, all right, I have to bring this into After Effects and do it. And even then, it's not the greatest. You'll watch it back. It's not the greatest quality video.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Thanks.
I think any video, even if it's the most perfect video out there, it definitely anything could be better.
True.
There's always something to improve on.
Right.
With my WWE 2K entrances, I would, to speak on that alone, I would learn how to improve and improve and improve on the characters. They're not perfect, but there's an improvement. It's not going to be perfect.
Right.
Nothing is perfect.
Right.
But I definitely think there's definitely room for improvement.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think just going to the entrances now, at first I would just put the music in there and then just, do my ring announcing, but I would try to mess around with the ring announcing, make my voice darker, deeper. And I have an app for that that's like I forgot what it was either was it a vampire voice? It was something like that. I don't know.
Some type of voice changer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and but then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use my regular voice. I'm not gonna mess around with that anymore. I don't like how it sounds.
Yeah.
And then I realized with an app I found that it's so much better than iMovie in my opinion, and it's free, and there's a lot of effects and all this stuff. I realized I can do my custom nameplates. Like I could do Create a Pro Cap TV nameplates if I wanted to, which I did for Leo Sparrow and Dr. Cool J Clang. And then all of a sudden with this new game, they removed the advanced entrance option. So now I can't even remove the nameplate, the name thing. So I have to keep that in there.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they removed that, which legitimately pissed me off.
Right.
And I was like, well, and also it just ruined almost the entrances, because a lot of the entrances that I would make, I would use the advanced option. Now it's like I have to find an entrance that it's good enough where I can say it's them. I can't.
That's very interesting. I didn't know they did that, because I know for years that was always how I made my entrances.
It really made me mad, and I was like, then what's the point? But I was like, you know what? Let's just try it, and it's good. It's okay. They made. I think with removing the advanced entrance option, I think they put in a lot of more entrance animation. So hey, there's that. Yeah. So
if you're also too, I mean, a program that I barely use iMovie anymore either. I use this program called KindMaster.
I haven't heard of that.
Download it. It's got way more features than iMovie. It's got more options as far as things you could do, and I think it just comes out cleaner. I mean, I think I might even pay for the Pro too. I don't know, but I get a lot of features, and it makes it very, very easy.
My uncle says Sign Master. Is that what you were talking about?
No,
or is that...
I think it's with a K.
Oh, okay. He says it. He's used it as well, I think.
Yeah, it's very good. It makes it very easy for me. It is. I think it's more user friendly than GarageBand is a win. But yeah. So
were you saying something? Sorry.
No. I that's a very good program. Even if you have to, I don't think it's that much either. I forgot how much I paid for it a year, or a month, whatever the case is. If I'm paying a lot, I gotta check it, because I don't realize how much I'm paying for it. But it makes it easy if I don't have time to sit on the computer and do all my stuff. I just use that, and then it's export, and I'm done.
Yeah,
I do that. I use that with.
I use a I use a program called Vita, VITA. It's almost like iMovie, but again, a lot more effects, chroma key, so much more things, and also a lot of sound effects. So
I'll keep that in mind, because I'm always looking for stuff too. Yeah.
So I think I use iMovie for the entrances. Anything that's not the entrances, I use Vita. So, and I think Vita is a really good app. I've been also, yeah, it's free, and what's really cool about it is that you don't have to pay for anything.
That's always a plus.
So, yeah, I can send you the link after the interview. It's a
Yeah.
really good app. I've been also looking at CapCut, but it's I've only seen the only thing that interests me in CapCut is the remove background option. So it's like, but I think Vita has a remove background option. So
For video?
yeah,
Ooh.
I don't know if it's
Okay.
as good as your program though. So, but hey, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
But definitely you should try that. It's really cool.
I'll give it a shot.
All right, so now we're going to get into the picture section. Instead of 5, we have 3 because we have a lot of fan questions. And by the way, because there was so many fan questions for Phil Cardigan, again, another record, another thing right there for Phil Cardigan, most fan questions. I'm actually going to, I think, limit the fan questions to 5. That's right, 5.
Ooh, wow.
There was like, I think it was like over 10.
Yeah, something like that.
So, congrats to you, Phil. Another record right there.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Alrighty, Phil. Are you ready? So
I am ready.
basically how this works, I'm gonna show you a video, not video, a photo of a superstar, and then I just want to know your thoughts about them.
Okay.
Alrighty. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
First one up.
Oh, Phil Cardigan. So Phil
No,
Cardigan
no.
on the right is he's a sweater weather, wearing SOB, drinks a lot of coffee. I have those same pants too, which is very odd. Um, but he's from what I heard, he's okay. But on the left, Kip Stevens, he's a good friend. I mean, he's been there for me in VPW. You know, it's he's always got my back. I can always count on him. He loves coffee too. He always shows up to the shows with some coffee. He never asks me for any, but it's okay because he knows I already have my own and I have my brand and everything. But I feel bad for him because Filipino Grigio just came into my life after a long hiatus, and I want to see him too. But they've been kind of going at it. If you just saw the recent promo,
I did.
I'm trying to keep the two friends together. It has been really hard for them to. I trained with Kip. Me too. Kip Stevens.
I
Or
think he
Kip
means.
Killigan from Small Soldiers.
I think he means Francis Kip Stevens.
Oh, Francis Kip Stevens. Yeah. But that's cool. Oh, I remember his return with Kip's Bloody Raw with Papa Don the next month. Wow, okay, that's something I got to check out. I'll ask Kip about it. Francis Kipling Stevens. Is that his full middle name? I didn't even know.
That might be his full middle name. Do we
imagine Kipland? Like it's like Adventureland, but it's like just all Kip everywhere.
Kipling.
I'd go. Filipino Grigio probably wouldn't go, but I'd show up. But yeah, it's I want to create some unity between my two friends, and it just seems really hard lately. So, he's a good kid, like Robert De Niro says, you're a good kid.
Well, speaking of Filipino,
there we go. So Filipino Grigio has a very, very special place in my heart. Filipino was one of the first people I ever interacted with in training as a young professional wrestler. How old are you, Ryan? If you don't want to say it, it's okay.
I just turned 18 a few days ago.
Okay, that's when I started my journey. So when I was your age, I mean, I'm sounding old now. Back in my day, when I was your age. No, I was young. I didn't know what I never was an athlete too. So I was more of a non-athlete, but Filipino was quite the athlete, amateur wrestler. He helped me, give me tips in staying in shape and make sure I'm ring ready before I was ring ready. And he always went out of his way to help me out and kind of pull me aside when I was new. I didn't know a lot of people. He always was there for me. So like I said, I mean, seeing him after a long hiatus, it's always good. I've wrestled him. I actually wrestled him in the King of New York tournament a couple of years ago. We made it to the finals as Grammar Cop, but I came up short. But he, yeah, I mean, he's somebody too who's that guy does look like Kai Katana. Yeah, it might be a similar thing between Grammar Cop and Philip Cardigan. Two different people. I don't think they've ever met, but Filipino Grigio's in love with the wine right now. The Grigio as he calls it. But he's a dear friend of mine, and again, I just want my two buddies to just unite and be on the same team because I don't like when people bicker. It makes me nervous.
I think
And he's got a book out right now.
I do have the book. I
have it too.
I think it's over there.
Car.
I I know Brandon Danker, who's here in the chat. I know he has the book. He got it signed.
Let's plug it.
Let's plug it.
So you have the book on you? I don't want to butcher the name.
It's over there. Hold on.
I believe it's called How to Be a Professional Wrestler.
I think it's that too. I just want to make sure. I think it is.
I have it on my dashboard in my car.
Becoming a Pro Wrestler: How to Navigate Your Way to Success in Sports Entertainment.
There you go. Currently out now on Amazon.com. Go pick yourself up a copy. It's a great book. And it's somebody who's been around the block, been to the WWE, been all over the world doing what he loves, and has a very, very... I was just actually talking to Johnny Pretty Boy Collins about this, but he has such a good mind for marketing his brand and getting his character out there. So definitely somebody I always still today look for advice to, and I mean that. He still helps me today, and I'm in this business. I sound like a vet now. I'm in this business 8 years. No, I'm in this business 8 years, but he's still around to always. I learn something new every time I'm around the guy, So, and I'm a vet.
5 years, you'll be saying the same thing.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll be more grizzled.
You'll have an Eric Rowan beard.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do now, but it's just not working.
All right, and the last wrestler.
Oh, Fighter Cat. That's a good picture. I mean, that picture he looks a little possessed, but
yeah.
So Fighter Cat. So I didn't join Creative Pro Wrestling when I started. Creative Pro, I don't even think was even around yet. So I started at the VPW training school with Ricky Reyes. So Fighter Cat started a little bit before me. So when I joined, he was, I think, like 2 months in. And then we had people who were training with us and yada, yada, yada. But then, as the years, like we were always in the ring together and we always were traveling to seminars together. So we spent a lot of time together. When it came time to actually make our debuts and wrestle, we found ourselves facing each other a lot too because we were on the same. We do miss Fighter Cat. Everybody does miss Fighter Cat, and I hope he sees this. People backstage still ask about him. He is very missed. I can tell you that. But we did find ourselves very close and still, wrestling each other. And then even too, when the VPW school started to dwindle, and then it came to a point where sometimes on the training days it was only me, Ricky Reyes, Fighter Cat, or me, Fulton, Ricky Fighter, or Tibbs, or not as many people. We were all there. Me and him were always there together. And then when the school closed down, Ricky Reyes was going to other schools. We would travel. We would together travel with each other, going to different schools he was at before Creative Pro. So I mean, he was a great wrestler. I'm talking about him like he's dead, but he's a great guy. I actually spoke to him not too long ago, but he's a great guy. Absolutely great wrestler. He is missed in the VPW locker room. That is a fact. And he was very flexible. Very flexible. I don't remember.
He was.
Like that picture right there. He was very flexible. But it was cool winning my first championship was with him. So, we had a great match, and I'm really proud of against Johnny Collins and Bryce Donovan. So, a lot of great members of Fighter Cat. I miss him. I miss seeing him around. He's very funny, very kind, had the biggest heart. I don't think I've ever actually seen him angry. Ever, he was just he's a good guy, good cat, I should say. Good cat.
Great cat.
Yeah, great cat.
He was very nice to talk to, and I'm glad that I got to meet him. And I remember, I think it was his mother that when I made the entrance for him in 2K18, I think he wanted me to send a video to his mom.
Yeah, his mom was very, very sweet. She would always come over to the table. She would always come up to me, say hello. She was just the nicest person. And she loved seeing Fighter Cat in action. She loved supporting Fighter Cat. It's just something really cool to see. Because I know a lot of parents aren't really too fond of their kids doing this, and I can't blame them. But she was all supportive. She was, always cheering for him. So I miss him. I hope he's doing all right. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm crying. But that's probably the pollen coming through my window. But allergies.
As part of Victory Pro Wrestling fans, I gotta say I do miss you, Fighter Cat, and I hope one day we will see you again.
I hope so. I feel like we haven't seen the last of Fighter Cat.
I think I could say for the whole Victory Pro Wrestling fans that we all miss you, and we hope that we can see you again one day.
That is true.
If it's not just wrestling, maybe it's to be in the corner of somebody, but we would love to see you one day again. So,
damn straight.
Yeah. Before I make this more sad, as I do not want to make it sad, let's get to the fan questions, shall we?
We shall.
All right.
Fighter Cat's looking at me weird. You gotta take that picture. There you go.
Yeah. Brandon Danker says, one more run.
One more run. I'd love to have one more match with Fighter Cat, I tell you.
Alrighty, so now it's time for the fan questions. So Ciara at CJ Stark on Twitter asked, and I think it's a good thing I didn't ask on Instagram for any questions, because I think if I asked on Instagram for questions, I think we would have a lot. But I think Twitter alone, I think that did it. This was a Twitter exclusive fan questions. CR asks, how does one Phil Cardigan take his coffee?
I take mine black with a lot of sugar.
How much sugar?
Lot. Probably between 3 to 15 scoops of sugar, tablespoons, I would say. The normal amount.
Yeah, normal. Yeah. No, I think we now know the reason why you get so hyped up when you drink that coffee in the ring.
I don't think it correlates. But I will say this. I've been a huge kick on cold brew coffee right now. Thank you, dudes at ringside. You guys are awesome too. With the cold foam on top. That's like my order right now. It's foam. At Starbucks. Yeah. So.
No, definitely. I think everybody knows what to get you on your birthday. Starbucks gift card.
Well, Christmas is coming up, and so is the next VPW show. I'm the king.
VPW show, July 16th, Homecoming Volume 2. Be there and you can see the King of New York in action.
I hope I'm in action. Oh no, I'm facing Percy Ryan. That's right.
Yeah. Don't forget your match.
I always do.
Nails and NY, we were just talking about them before. You were just talking about them. Who would you have on your Survivor Series team?
Ooh. Is it? What did she say? Is it specific to a certain company or is it anybody?
Not specific, but I would say that you and 4 other superstars. Any company, anywhere. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Actually, let's keep it to WWE and VPW Creative Pro.
All right.
If we go, if we go beyond to New Japan and AEW, that would be like a lot to think about.
All right, that's true. All right. So we'll do Fighter Cat, number 1. Let's say, Lance Anderson, number 2.
Lance Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, we throw him into the Wolves. Wrestling Entertainment, the remix. Who else would I have? I would have Brandon Danker.
Brandon Danker. Wow.
Yeah.
Brandon Danker. That is a surprise there. Brandon, you hear this? Phil wants you on your Survivor Series team.
I would have Steven Azure.
Alrighty.
How many is that? That's 4.
I think you got to your 4. If you want to have people in your corner, you can have people in your corner.
And then
who's in the corner?
I want Mr. Pop and Twist in my corner. I want him making balloons of me.
Mr. Pop and wow.
Yeah.
Balloons. You want a
Yeah, I don't want him doing anything physical. I just want him
just making balloons.
Just making balloons. That's it. Yeah.
I think Brandon likes that.
Brandon,
and
what a pop. Brandon, listen, I mean if you're you know, if you're ever trained in wrestling, just so you know too, I'm not taking the tag. It's all you guys. So I didn't specify.
Well,
that's why.
Brandon. It might be in the
Is he the 23-6 champion right now, or what?
No, it's Bryce Donovan.
Bryce Donovan's the champion?
Bryce Donovan's a triple champion right now. I know.
Oh. Sorry, Brandon. Then it's got to be Bryce. It's got to. Yeah, it's.
Oh!
Sorry. I thought he was the champion. I'm sorry.
Wow!
Sorry.
Substitution made.
That's why I picked him. I thought he was the champ. So.
Oh man, that's gotta hurt, Brandon.
Oh,
that's gotta hurt.
Wait a minute. Let me. Can we do subs right now?
Substitutions. Who's on your bench?
Nothing against Lance Anderson.
Okay.
I just know he's better at just, you know, being behind the scenes, and he would probably be good at coordinating the match and putting it, like, you know, on the show, because that's what he does. But as a sub for Lance Anderson, I want Bobby Jr.
Bobby Jr. Wow. Not Bobby Orlando?
Bobby Orlando. Bobby Orlando, I think, would do too well.
Wow.
I want the people who, you know, are the underdogs, you know?
I don't know if that's a compliment or is that excuse me. I don't know if that's a whatever it's called. Wow, I'm drawing a blank here.
It's not a dig at anybody. Bobby Orlando is very talented, but you know, I want him. Maybe Bobby could be on the other team, other side of it.
Bobby could be on the other team. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe. Papa Dank wants to know: will you challenge Bryce Donovan?
Bryce Donovan?
Yeah.
If Bryce is willing to put it up. Oh, my back.
Bryce, you heard it here, folks. Wow, what did I just say? You heard it here first, Bryce. Phil Cardigan wants the 23-6 championship if you Put it up. Put him up.
You know what? I'll put my championship up if he puts his championship up.
What championship do you have? You want this?
No, I got to get one first. So, we'll see.
You can put your King of New York
No,
on
I'm
the
not
line.
gonna do
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do
that. Then nobody's gonna get free churros.
that. You're right. I forgot about the free churros. We get. Gosh almighty.
And then
we
Papa
can't-
Dan could be. He could interview us when we win.
Papa Dank as the interviewer.
Yeah.
So Brandon Dank.
But only
So
if I
Brandon
could slide across the table during the interview.
was that. I still remember that. That
I will
cracked me
put
up.
Papa Dank up and challenge you both to the 23-6 championship.
Brandon Danker is wow.
The only reason why I
23-6.
thought that is because he still has his picture with the championship. So, I mean,
Yeah, Brandon, I think you got to change
I
that.
think you got to change it. I mean, not for nothing, you don't have the championship anymore. Sorry, buddy. Watch.
We definitely
The
got to
next
change
time
that.
He's gonna have it like him and like on a beach or something. Watch, it's gonna be a completely different picture.
Do
How
not
many
put me on the
championships-
line. Do
many
not put me on the
championships are-
line. I do not want to be put on the line.
Yeah, he's not like an object or something.
Yeah, I'm not an object. I'm not a championship. I'm a championship paper championship maker, not a championship. This live is hurting my ego, he says.
Sorry, buddy.
All right, Robs.art on Twitter. Before we hurt Brandon's ego a little more, Rob's Art wants to know: is this an awkward interview, and can you make it more awkward?
Yeah, you just have to
Oh,
wait
great.
for the end.
Oh, great, great. That's I'm a champ. I'm a champ. I'm a champ. Rob's art. I'm not even joking. Rob's art asked like 10 questions. Rob's art is the reason why I had to limit the questions.
I love it. I love it.
When did you lose? When was the last time you lose your temper outside of the ring?
I think it was when outside of the ring, I think it was when I was at a red light and I know what happened. So I was at a red light and I'm like a pretty good driver. I don't drive, crazy or nothing. I keep a good speed limit. I don't speed. Sometimes I get called a grandpa because of it, but I'll get you from point A to point B as safe as I can. You know what I'm saying? So let them call me whatever they want.
Maybe you're the person my dad yelled at the other day for driving too slow.
Quite possibly.
Maybe.
So, I was at a red light, and this guy gave me that thing that Stone Cold does. One of
beer?
No, that's illegal. But the bird.
Oh,
He gave
okay,
me the
okay.
bird.
The
Can't do
bird.
that because we're gonna get censored.
The bird is the word.
Not this time. So, I said, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what did I do to deserve that? And he just, green light. He just, he just rode off. And I said, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, what did I do to deserve something like that? So I'm like starting to think, and I'm not like I'm starting to, I'm not getting too happy with this guy, and I'm like, you know what? That was rude of that guy. Like, if he's got something he wants to say to me, he could roll down the window like a big boy and say it himself, right? So we start driving, right? And now, lucky enough, we stop at a red light right next to each other. So I roll, and now I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna say some stuff I've never said to any person before. I'm gonna really let this person have it. Because that's you want to treat people with respect, right? I wasn't gonna treat him with respect. So And and I'll say it on air. I said some things, that were kind of mean. I used some vulgar
That's
language. Um,
that's rare
yeah. So I'll tell you
for a
what I
clerk.
said, and I shouldn't. I
Oh,
shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say it. So I rolled
it
down
is
the
it,
window. He rolled down the window, and I looked at him. And again, I do feel bad about saying it, but I looked at him. I got in. I got a little closer to the window, and I said, "Sir, what the heck?" You know. And I do. I feel bad. I called my mom about it. She said, people make mistakes. Um, but I said, "What the heck?" You know. And he looked at me, and he kind of went like this, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else." And I was like, "Who who did you think I was?" And he's like, "I thought you were Steve Somerset." And I was like, "Oh man, no, thank God, right?" And I was like, "Whew." And then
but
he drove off.
porn.
Whoa!
Yeah.
He's there. Oh God, no, bro! I got listen. Listen.
Hands up.
What? I didn't even say
Poor,
that at all.
poor, poor Steve Somerset. Oh my God, that was. I'm sorry. I am so sorry about that.
You,
Wow, wow. Oh my God.
I don't even know what to say. That's crazy.
Wow, dusting off the ropes after dark.
Dark,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry about that. Oh
Wash
my
your mouth.
God, I am
You gotta wash your
sorry.
mouth out with soap, young
Yeah,
man.
I definitely gotta watch. I gotta get soap afterwards. Poor Steve Somerset. He did not. Um, he did not was not on your Survivor Series team. You put Azure in, and not him. And now,
Steve. There's a question about Steve on the Twitter. I know that. I know that for a fact. But
uh, damn, I can't. I need to sit in the corner for 5 minutes after this.
no, you need to delete your search history. Is what you need to do.
Yeah, delete my search history.
Unbelievable.
I do not search that up.
Thought this was a respectable
I
podcast.
I thought this was too. I'm last question. Let's just get let's is it Rob Zard asks, is it worse to have a stone in your shoe or try to stick to a regular Twitch schedule?
Stone in my shoe. Wait, is it worse? Sticking to a regular Twitch schedule, 100%. Hold on, I feel like there's some questions here that were pretty good that we're gonna have to answer. Let me just run through them quick.
Okay.
So
I'm not canceled. I'm not canceled. That was a
Unreal.
mistake. I'm not saying that. I did not say that on purpose. I might have to do a DX. Might need to do like one the DX. What was it called? The president.
yeah, and just go
Promo?
off. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not.
Damn, I didn't realize how many questions they sent in. Have
That's what I'm saying. That's why I had to limit them.
Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. And this is one you completely skipped over. So Nails and NY said, if there's an alien invasion and he has
Oh, I did see that
chance to escape the planet, but there's only one room for an even Steven on his rocket, which one is he taking with him?
Well, I would assume. I would assume I know
that
the answer.
pretty certain on the podcast. If he wasn't the world's most wholesome wrestler, what would he be doing? Probably. I'd probably be doing fusion welding. I think.
Fusion welding.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that, but I feel like that's something I'd probably partake in. This is what I wanted to answer. Actually,
Okay.
This is specifically what I want to answer. So, and I want Nails to somehow. We got to send this clip into Nails because she needs to see this. But Nails asks me. She says, is he going to start bringing merch to cap shows so we could buy it and support him? Now, I've been pretty.
I think
I've been pretty. I had to do a rehaul on my. Is that a word? Is that a word? Yeah.
a rehaul.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a rehaul.
Whatever. It's. I had it. I just made it a word. But, July 24th, Lynbrook, New York, Creative Pro Wrestling. There will be a limited amount, but there will be these available. Overhaul? No.
No, I think he's.
Is that when I have to start
Restock?
over again? Restock?
Restock?
No.
I know what you're trying to say.
I know an overhaul is something where it's too much. No.
Yeah.
So right.
Yeah.
Rehaul is like, imagine if I had to restart my inventory. What's the word for that?
Restart.
Whatever. We're getting off the topic here.
Yeah.
This is what let's
just say you're trying to
this little guy.
Wow.
To me, to the next cap show. So, a Phil Slam buddy will be available. He comes with his coffee cup, his glasses. He's got the I Love Mom knee pads. This is his derriere right here. Okay. Looked like he had a stain on back there, but it's fine. Yeah. So these little guys, nice and soft, nice and squishy, great for cuddling at night. These will be available, limited amount, at the next Creative Pro show in Lynbrook, New York. So please, make your way over to my table and buy all of them.
Definitely. That's a buyer.
And that's
right
the
there.
first time I'm announcing it on the Dusting Off the Ropes podcast. I haven't made that announcement yet. I have posted it in the major pod group, but they're family to me. But that will be available.
You heard it here, folks. A Phil Cardigan wrestling buddy will be coming to a show near you in the near future. I think you said Lynbrook, July 24th, Creative Pro?
July 24th, Creative Pro Wrestling, New York.
There is another reason to go to Creative Pro Wrestling's show in Lynbrook.
It's the reason.
Lynbrook. The reason. You gotta get a wrestling buddy that's...
Yes, sir. Derriere for the milk that doesn't go in the coffee. Well, I mean, if we're talking about like the nitro foam, I do like that. So I guess that is dairy. But I limit my dairy,
Yeah.
Then I get a bellyache.
Do you want to answer more fan questions, or do you want to go right to the trivia?
Let me see. I mean, I want to get some nails questions in there, and I want to drop that announcement. So let's see. Exit 16 off the Southern State. That's right.
Exit 16. 16. I need to learn my directions.
Oh, here's a good one. Does he think the alphabet is currently in the correct order? If not, what order should it be?
That will hurt my brain.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. I always kind of had a problem with Q, R, S being together. I don't feel like they're a good, I feel like Q should be towards... I feel like the crazier the letters get, they should be more towards the end of the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Q should be towards the end. Or maybe Q's in the middle. I should definitely be in the beginning, because visually, you want the letters going from simple to like storytelling, So like X. Well, X is just two lines, but Z is like, what's now? We're just getting zigzags, And then... There's one letter that confuses me, and it is a W.
W. This is why. Because W, it's literally double U. If you look at this...
I've been on this earth for 29 years. I've never thought about it like that. It should be a W.
Yeah, it looks like
at that point, the WWE should be 4 U's and an E.
But look at this. It doesn't look like a U. It looks like a V. It's a double V. Why is it called a W? Ooh. I get it that it's like some people write like literally a W, but most of the times you see it as a double V. I do not get that. So, yeah.
All right. Very interesting.
That's just my thought.
Something to think about. All right, we can get into the trivia now.
All right, trivia time. This is the last thing to do on the podcast. I like to say this for the end because it's trivia. Who doesn't like trivia? I'm going to give you 5 questions. It's going to be, it could be pro wrestling related, it could be not. Who knows? Each question will get more difficult and difficult. So far, the trivia champions are the Even Stevens. Have they gotten all 5 right? Will Phil Cardigan become a dusting off the ropes trivia champion here today?
Well,
Let's.
even Stevens are 2 people, so I'm already at a disadvantage.
I did give them 1 separate question for each of them, and then for the last 3 questions, since they were the 3 hardest, I let them work together.
All right.
But
whatever.
can you be the first singles champion?
Probably
So,
not.
will Phil Cardigan be the first singles dusting off the ropes trivia champion here today? Let's find out. First trivia question. This is always the easiest. What famous coffee place whose colors are green and white and also have a lady as their logo?
Starbucks.
That is correct. That 1 for Phil Cardigan. And nobody got crazy. Ophelia Production says the W in its form comes from how it was written before, where it was actually a W.
Oh
Well,
my God, he's right. Oh, that's crazy. Look at that.
I do
Wow.
see it, but
That's
I'm just saying.
groundbreaking stuff right there.
I'm just saying, because when I type it out, look at this. Doesn't it look like 2 V's instead of a U?
Yeah, but no, I get what he's saying.
I get what he was saying.
You're more on point with the logic behind it. I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I get. We're both technically right. Let's just say that. Alrighty, question 2. When you won the King of New York, who was your opponent in the finals?
Mike Anthony.
That is correct, Mike Anthony. And you faced off in the finals for the King of New York, and you ended up on top. That is 2 right for Phil Cardigan. Here is number 3. The first time I ever made you in WWE 2K, I actually didn't give you a cardigan. I gave you a sweater with a turtleneck. But can you tell me, what was the color of the sweater / cardigan? The first ever. For WWE 2K19. Take as much time as you need. But I will be needing a final answer. When you want to lock in that answer, just say that's my final answer.
Can I phone a friend?
You know,
I gotta call my mom. No, because there's 2 colors I have in my mind.
well, what's the colors in your mind?
Can you tell me if at least one of them is right?
Sure.
I have red and I have blue.
One of those are correct. I'll say this again. The first ever. Not any that I have updated. The first ever Phil Cardigan model that I made for you, that I uploaded an entrance for.
I just want to let you know, if I get this answer wrong, this is where I'm going to be really upset.
Okay.
Not with you, with myself.
Okay. And I'll pull it up on my Instagram just to know.
The first ever cardigan you ever made for me was red.
Was red. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is locked in.
It's locked in. Is it right?
It is
Let's
red.
Let's go. I knew
It
that
is-
because I remember it was because you know how I knew that, because I know you only made 2 of them. So your most updated one was the one with the "Hello, it's Phil," and then
Yes.
or no,
Well, actually,
I remember what it was. It was blue. I know it was blue.
I made 3.
Oh,
The
shoot.
second one, I made an updated one for 2K19, but that was near the end of 2K19. That's probably why.
But it was still red.
No, I actually made that literally a cardigan, and it was blue. But I asked
Oh
you
wow,
in
that was
this
a big
question.
chance then.
I asked you in the question for the first character I made for you. What was the color of it? You said red. It was red. You got that correct. You successfully conquered the 50-50.
Beautiful.
All right, question number 4.
2 more.
If you get this one correct, you will defeat Johnny Collins, as he only
Ooh.
got 3 correct.
Oh, okay. I don't care about the Stevens. I just want to beat Johnny.
Here we go. With SummerSlam 2022 coming up, I got to ask you a WWE question. In SummerSlam of 1997, who defeated The Undertaker in the main event?
Oh God, I suck.
Take as much
Oh my
time
God.
as you need. Again, when you have a final answer, say your answer. I'll ask you if that's your final answer, and then you can answer if it's yes or no. But take your time. If anybody knows it in the chat, do not give it away. If you give it away, I will be disqualifying that question, and I will ask a new question. But do not say the answer.
Oh God. Oh my God. I do know this. I just. Oh God.
The
I'm
people in the
overthinking
chat,
it.
the people in the chat are supporting you. I will actually repeat the question. With SummerSlam 22 coming up, I got to ask you a WWE question. On SummerSlam 1997, who defeated The Undertaker?
Yeah, it is clearly Kevin Fulton. Don't make this up. Hold on. Wait. I just know because if I. Oh, God. Hold on.
It was clearly Pat Buck.
Clearly.
Again, if you know it in chat, do not give the answer away. Phil can do this on his own. Give him the location. Do you think the location will help you?
No. I have an answer.
You
I
have
don't-
an answer.
I don't know. I have 2 answers in my mind, and this
Alrighty.
is, I'm gonna go with what my gut says.
All
And
right.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really embarrassed if I get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so you guys know, I am terrible with dates. Just in general.
Well,
So
good
I'm
luck
gonna
in the
give you
fifth
my
question.
final answer,
Alrighty.
and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna be more upset than. No, I'm gonna be upset. So my final answer, locked in completely. Just give it to me like as soon as possible because I need to know. So I save my embarrassment. I'm gonna say Kane.
Kane.
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
My final answer.
And I just want to know, what was your other answer? What was the other wrestler in your head?
Oh no, I don't know. My other answer, oh shoot, was gonna be Stone Cold, but I don't know, dude. I'm terrible.
The answer of Kane is incorrect.
No, dude. Was it Stone Cold? Tell me it was Stone Cold.
It was not Kane. It wasn't Stone Cold.
Was it Shawn Michaels? Because Shawn Michaels is actually going to be my answer before Stone Cold.
Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee.
Oh, I knew he was involved. Damn it, I second guessed myself.
The answer to the trivia question.
Mick Foley? Was it Mick Foley? Tell me it was Mick Foley.
It was not Mick Foley. You're thinking of King of the Ring.
Yes.
You were thinking of King of the Ring, but this was SummerSlam 1997.
Wait, let me try again. It's
Try
obviously
again.
incorrect. It's incorrect.
You're already incorrect, but hey.
No, it's okay.
You already got that hint of Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee. Who?
Of SummerSlam 1997. Why can't I remember this? I don't know. Tell me.
The answer is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Oh my god, I'm awful.
This was the SummerSlam.
As punishment, I'm gonna watch it right after this.
I believe that was the same, and I'll be completely if I say this if I'm incorrect about this. This was the same year as the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah, that's why I feel like like an idiot.
In that match,
because if you're telling me, did you tell me Shawn Michaels is the special guest ref before?
Shawn Michaels,
or did you?
I
say
said
it
after. I said it after.
If you would have said that, I probably would have said Bret. Damn.
It was at Nassau Coliseum. Nobody out crazy Sophia says. In that match, Shawn Michaels hit The Undertaker in the head with a steel chair after Bret Hart moved out of the way.
Alright.
Wrestling with Entertainment says, I believe that SummerSlam was in New Jersey, but hey, it's close.
Ooh.
But, unfortunately, you got that wrong, but you still have one more question.
Alright.
You said you wanted to defeat Johnny Collins. This is your chance. You have another opportunity to defeat Johnny Collins.
Okay.
You said you were bad with dates, but I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to ask
Don't give
this
me another
question.
dates question. You definitely have another question that doesn't involve a date.
It's not... Well, I've been doing this trend of the last question of naming your opponent at a previous event.
Oh, that's it?
Who...
Oh.
And I want you to listen to what I'm saying right here. Who was your opponents at Monster Mash 2 in 2019? I will repeat the question. Who was your opponents at Monster Mash 2 in 2019?
You have to tell me this.
Depends.
Was I grammar cop?
You were.
All right, okay. That's what I figured. Okay. Oh, no, I had to be. Yeah, because I started Phil at 2019 December. Where was it?
It was
Was it
at the VFW Hall
in Center Reach?
in Center Reach. Again, if you know it in the chat, please do not say the answer until I have revealed the answer.
Can't you ask me like what's the capital of?
What's the capital of Czechoslovakia?
All right, we'll stick with the other answer.
Yeah.
The other question.
All right.
So, Monster Mash 2.
Monster Mash 2 2019. If that helps any bit.
All right, so let's put this together. Okay, let's put this together. So Monster Mash is clearly in October. Okay, so by that standard, let me try to figure this out. So Monster Mash was clearly in October because it's a Halloween-related show, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think we've never had a superstar with that many stars, though. But that was a good guess. So Monster Mash is in October. That we know. Okay. Now, the question is that I'm thinking I need to know is, did Fighter Cat retire in that time? Now, because he's one of the people I have on file for this answer. Now,
Well, remember. Well, do you want me to ask the question again?
yes, please.
I said to listen for what I'm saying.
You're saying opponents.
Who was your opponents at Monster Mash 2 in 2019?
So I know it's probably a triple threat match.
I'm not gonna say anything.
So, or no, it doesn't have to be. It could have been a fatal 4-way. It was probably a fatal 4-way. I can't remember the last time I was in an actual triple threat match. In 2019. So when did Fighter Cat retire? Fighter Cat retired. Monster Mash 2.
Monster.
Answer me this. Answer me this. Answer me this. Was I dressed up
Yes.
in that match?
Yes. I will give you that.
Thanks. In the match itself, I was dressed up as a character. Not Grammar Cop, but I was a Halloween themed character. Or not
Technically. Technically.
Okay. And Monster Mash is VPW.
Monster Mash is VPW.
So
If you want me to give you the date, I will
Give me the date.
give you
give me the date.
October 26th, 2019.
Damn, dude. I don't know.
This is the fifth and final question. This is the hardest question.
It's very specific. I didn't even know there was I didn't even know there was a show called Monster Mash.
There was two of them.
There was two. Clearly, there was two of them.
I believe Monster Mash 2. I believe Monster Mash 2 was when I won the Halloween contest.
Dressing up as Johnny Collins.
No, dressing up as Steven Stevens.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I was dressed up as a costume.
You were dressed up. I thought that was the poster.
I was looking at it.
I looked at my screen for a second. And I was like, "Wait a minute, is that the Monster Mash poster?"
I was looking at it. It did look because the background is like orange.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you fix my picture? That's disrespectful.
Yes, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Let's see if I can. Hopefully, I don't. There you go. That's better.
That is better. Thank you.
You can see Phil Cardigan now.
That should have been fixed. When you. All right. So let me think about this because I
want a good amount of candy that night too.
Yeah, you won the prize.
Yeah, I won the prize. I remember the Stevens were like, "Oh."
So.
I think the reason why I won was because I cut a promo in that ring. I cut 2 promos in the ring, actually. One at the Stevens, and then the other one was when you were actually in the ring. At the 2021 show. Not Monster Mash, but some. Sorry to get off track.
Alright. I have a guess.
Here we go.
It could
What
be
is
wrong.
your guess? Again, you can say your answer, but I will ask you if that's your final answer. You can lock it in. What do you have on your
The
mind?
only thing I'm trying to think of is if Fighter Cat retired. I don't know exactly. I can't remember if he retired in 2020 or 2019. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. So that's the only thing I'm trying to remember. I don't know. And we're out of time. Listen, I want to beat Johnny Collins. I'm trying. So,
Well, you have another record now. Longest time to answer a question.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Phil Cardigan is the master of breaking records here tonight.
All right, I'm going to say all right. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to say
Take a wild guess. Try to remember any teams that were around that time.
I am. That's what I'm trying to think. Wait, this isn't fair. Was I in a tag team?
Yes, you were in a tag team.
Oh.
What, you would think it was a 2-on-1?
I don't know. You didn't specify.
I said... Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Who was Phil Cardigan's opponents at Monster Mash 2, 2019, October 26th?
All right.
Phil
Here's what I'm
Cardigan
gonna
has a guess.
Here's what I'm going to say. I
right.
legitimately don't know. I'm taking a wild guess. I'm gonna get it wrong. I know it. There's no other. The only thing I can think of, if I'm right, I'll be shocked. I don't think it's right. I just can only say this. I'm gonna say, for that night, it was me and Kat, because I think he retired the next year, versus Johnny Collins and Bryce Donovan for the tag titles.
Is that your
That's my
final?
I don't know. I really don't know. I know it's wrong. That's the only thing. The only other person I can think of is facing Coach and Colin. Oh,
Coach and Collins.
Wait, were they?
They were. I'll say this. They were never a tag team.
Who was coaching a tag team with?
Razzle Dazzle or James Anderson.
Yeah. So my two guesses is either Razzle Dazzle and Coach or Johnny Collins and Bryce Donovan. So my answer is that Bryce, but my alternative is Coach.
So you're locking in Johnny and Bryce.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
All right. That answer is incorrect.
Damn.
And Razzle Dazzle and Coach was incorrect.
All right, that makes me feel better. Because if one answer was right and the other one was wrong, I would have been pissed. So
the answer was the answer was Phil Cardigan. I'm not sorry. Grammar Cop.
I was about to. You don't even know. You want to see me get mad? That would have gotten me so mad. Oh my god.
Nobody out Crazy Sophia got it correct, but I will say it right now. It was Grammar Cop, dressed as Fighter Cat, and Fighter Cat dressed as Grammar Cop.
Oh, I forgot we did that.
Versus
Desmond Cole
and
Percy Ryan.
Incorrect.
Desmond Cole.
And
wait. Not Alvin. Was it Alvin? It was Alvin. Was it?
no, Desmond Cole wasn't even in the match. I'm just.
Why did you make it seem like? Right, go ahead. Tell me who. I won't say anything. Just tell me.
It was Grammar Cop dressed as Fighter Cat and Fighter Cat dressed as Grammar Cop versus the Plague, aka Mike Anthony and Jesse Hurst.
Oh shoot, that's right.
Nobody out crazes Ophelia Productions, aka my uncle, got it correct. Congrats to him.
Oh,
Phil Cardigan, you got a score of 3. You are tied with
No, I didn't. I got 4 out of 5 right.
John. You got 4 out of 5. Okay.
I knew that. I knew that answer because I remember them cutting a promo on me, and we cut a hilarious promo for it. So
you locked in Collins and Donovan.
can you fix my picture, please?
What happened?
Look at it. It looks like it's waving. No, not my screen. My picture hanging up in your room.
Oh. Why is this? The tape is turning on me. The tape is turning. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the podcast.
I was so close to looking it up too. I couldn't do it.
I was like, when you were looking down, I was like, don't tell me he's looking on his phone.
My phone's on the floor, but I was so close to looking at it.
Brandon Dinker says, this is rigged.
This is rigged. I wanted
Brandon,
to know so bad. I don't know. I do. I don't even know when we won the tag titles.
I forget when to. I
believe,
but this was one of the last Fighter Cat matches.
I knew. I knew he. Oh, actually, I didn't know that. Actually, no, because he didn't retire in 2020 because I was 2020 as Phil. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I don't know.
I think you started as Phil Cardigan
in
at VPW. Right as when. Like right as when VPW was shutting down due to COVID.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so that's it for the episode, guys. Episode 4 is officially over. Thank you, Phil Cardigan, for tuning in today as my guest. A little bit of a delay, but we still got the interview done.
I'm so mad I didn't get a Survivor Series match right.
It's in the future. If I have you on again, which will probably be most likely, because I do want to have a part 2, you'll probably get 5 out of 5.
Was this the best interview you ever had, though?
It's the longest, but...
Whoa! What does that mean?
I'll say this. This was the best interview that went over 1 hour and 45 minutes.
I'll take it.
Alright. Alrighty. This is Ryan Dust. I'm still trying to get used to the invert view. This is Phil Cardigan. And I will see you next time on Dusting Off the Ropes.
And that's my piano.
That is his piano. Bye-bye.
Love you.